song with Farouk and
Yeah,
ML.
I don't have any, but hopefully you do.
I got some.
I would buy those. I'm out of it.
You're out. Sold out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some more of those. This is I might buy them from you. I might beat them too. It's actually quite an interesting thing. So I think maybe what we can do is, what I want to do, since he did a nice tribute to his grandmother. We were both raised by our grandmothers, and my grandmother, probably similar in her own way to our Nicia, who raised me. Grandma was a huge fan of Elvis, and so I'm going to do this homage to my grandma and to Elvis, but I want you to picture the fat Elvis. I don't have a cape, but I'm in my fat Elvis stage now. I have his pants, as you can see. But this is a true little poem. It's only about 10 lines, and it's been published a number of times. It's called Rock and Roll, and I'd like to do it for you. And this is a homage to my grandma, who raised me on Elvis. She bought me my first record when I was 4, and it was Elvis's Golden Hits. This kind of explains me. Grandma loved Elvis so much that she played it all the time. When I was 4, she said, "Grandson, I'm going to present you with this treasure," And I played it, and what happens in this poem is absolutely true. Grandma did do what you'll hear me say. And what happened did happen, and Grandma was pissed. And you'll see why, but let's see. So this is Rock and Roll, true story. I've thought about the many nights of rock and roll I spent in my youth. Hardcore. My grandma taught me how to rock. She hummed Elvis while she hemmed my pants. She liked Elvis. She liked him so much that she bought me a black leather jacket with zippers and a motorcycle hat like Marlon Brando. They really honked off Mrs. Taylor. She kicked me out of first grade. She said I'd be a bad influence on all the kids. I didn't like those snotty-nosed kids anyway. They couldn't rock like Grandma. And Grandma would be in the kitchen doing dishes before dishwashers. Before I became a dishwasher. And I'd be out in the living room. You know those rugs, they always had the swirls, they were like gray and red. And I'd hear Grandma, "You ain't nothing but a hound dog, rocking all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, baby, rocking all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit, ain't no friend of mine. You thought you're so high class. Well, that was just a lie. You thought you're so high class, baby. Well, that was just a lie. Well, you ain't never gonna rabbit, ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, baby, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never gonna rabbit. Actually a few of those pieces tonight, which is always nice. This was an idea that I had that Robert and Farouk, who did not know each other, were very suspicious of. And I get these ideas in my head. Maybe Luke and Laura understand that. And I get these ideas in my head, and then I find friends to play out these ideas. So an idea I had, I've been working with Farouk for a long time, doing poetry and music. And then I started doing stuff with Robert, and I started thinking, boy, it'd be interesting to bring a blues guy together with a jazz guy and see what happens. So I mentioned it to them, and I don't think they were both crazy about it. But they knew each other, and actually had crossed paths at the radio station back in the old days when Farouk had long dreadlocks.
I'm a little afraid of Farouk, to tell you the truth.
Well, I always was up until the day he passed away.
So it's not just that it's a blues guy and a jazz guy. You gotta imagine this tall, angular, dreadnoughted Muslim cat who's into avant-garde music, playing a saxophone.
I'll translate. That's music nobody understands.
Absolutely. This is the stuff when they put it on, you go, I think my wife called me.
Yeah.
And the master of this stuff is a guy by the name of John Coltrane. John Coltrane does this great piece called A Love Supreme, which is just unapproachable. I heard it and I was like, I will never, two things I will never play on this acoustic guitar. One is Lawrence Welk.
Not gonna happen there.
Not happening. So, ML says, I'd like to do this to A Love Supreme. And ML, he comes up with this for Farouk is cool. But I'm like, acoustic guitar?
Lawrence Welk, John Coltrane.
Exactly.
Not happening.
So, we put this thing together, and it was, for me, a revelation. Because I found out, Farouk was just like, it's our music, man. It's our music. Just stay on the dialectic. And I didn't know what that meant, but I said, so
it's all atonal. So this is it. When we first did this, I brought them over to the Scarab Club in Detroit. And somehow we ended up in the studio downstairs where they do the nude paintings, but unfortunately there were no nudes there. They did have one time and threw us out. Said we had to go play on the lawn, but we were down there and I just said, just do this, would you? Would you, Robert and Robert, they were kind of bucking me a little bit. So Robert started doing that. And then Farouk started playing the saxophone. And I knew what I was going to do, so I let them catch a groove. They played about an hour version of it. And then I put this poem of mine to it called Deliver Me. I have broken voodoo's like vows, promised before the Lord, and all has come to nothing, it's come to nothing for me. Waiting alone for the sun, unknown in most corners, but truly known. In God's circle, present everywhere at all time, everywhere at all time, everywhere at all time. I said, God, deliver me, deliver me, deliver me. you're quiet and you're still